Welcome back to He Says.
She Says the podcast.
That was my line. And you know, and you know that. The podcast. Just gonna edit yours out. Yeah. Today we have a very special guest.
Special guest. All singing, all performing, all creative. I can't lie, she's actually a superstar in her own right. You know, it's not until you get £1 million that you're a superstar. Sometimes you're just a superstar.
100%.
Some people are just born into it. Wow. You reply my message.
Because it made me feel uncomfortable.
And I hear that.
Do you know what I mean?
But in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you spraying?
Yeah.
You love it.
But furthermore...
No, because the thing is, yeah, you know them ones where you've gone to bed when you're drunk and then you wake up and you just see messages and I'm like, oh. And then I think I was like, no, I'll respond. But then after I just got shut, I don't know, I just don't like that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to deal with it because I ain't going nowhere and that's going to continue. So if you're like, don't like that kindness still. You're just on my team. So, what do you want us to call you, actually?
You're bad. Child of God. You see, I changed it. I changed my
Wow.
destiny. Because of you. I can face tomorrow.
Because he lives.
Because he lives.
All fear is gone.
Oh.
Okay, what do you guys want us to call you?
Ola ZAINAB.
Ola ZAINAB. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, my pleasure. I've been so
Nice to have
excited.
you.
Trust me.
My faves.
Ew.
We are in it.
Period.
Secret.
Period. Like it.
How have you been?
Wait, please.
Do you know what we haven't done in a long time? She's good.
Guys, sorry, she's a bit special.
Oh, we welcome special people.
We're all inclusive
We're all
here.
inclusive.
You see, we're all inclusive here. So
If there was an LGBTQ of specialty,
that's what we
that's
are.
what the pod is.
Neurodivergence.
Yes, we welcome as
Neuro-inclusive.
Oh, she's special.
No, she knows she's special. Of course, she knows. No, how can she not?
She has to be special.
What
You have
kind?
to be special to do what you do.
No, you know what kind.
Okay. wait, do I?
You know what kind.
Do you know what? Do you know what kind?
Don't. Let's move on if you're going to
No.
do something soppy now.
Soppy? Do you know what kind of special you are?
I don't think she does.
I
Go
don't
on
think
then.
she does. I think you've got a bit of ADHD.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. A bit. No, I've suffered on trains, mate.
Same.
Trains.
Same.
We might as well talk about it. Train etiquette. Like, don't you feel like it's gone to... I don't want to swear, but it's gone to crap.
That's
Yeah,
because
yeah.
etiquette generally is just gone to crap. People just don't give a heck. They
Yeah.
don't give a heck. They don't give a heck about making other people uncomfortable, understanding that you're sharing a space. They don't give
don't
a
care.
damn. And at one point I hear it because it's like life is so hard. Like most people are in their own world. Like
Yeah. It's like this planet's for us.
Yeah.
Like, let us do what I want. Equally, chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Equally, don't. You know one thing I hate when you're opposite me and you yawn on a train. Don't do that because you'll gwin and then the saliva will touch me and now I look crazy.
Even worse,
he's just
Sneezing.
Even worse, but coughing and sneezing not covered. Just
No, it's when the guys do this, hachu, and then you can feel the atmosphere is now moist.
no.
I think someone did it on the train today.
I can smell.
I looked at
Why
him-
can I smell your sneeze, bro?
I looked at him and I just
You
walked.
good?
Like, oh, yeah, you know it has a specific
It has a smell, bruv.
Because it comes through them
Get my face.
unwashed nostrils, bruv. People in this country don't wash
Now, when
them.
people be coughing and you're not covering your mouth, are you?
And then
Are you
no,
well?
they'll cough, and then they'll wipe it on their trousers.
Oh my God, stop,
Ugh.
please stop.
Like, when people say, I don't want outdoor clothes on my bed, I
Like,
hate it.
We've
Or they'll
seen
sneeze
enough.
and then hold straight onto the pole.
Oh,
Oh, listen, you see me, I stay surfing on those underground.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
rather
yeah.
fall down.
I'd
would
rather fall
Surfer.
onto my
I'm
knees.
surfing.
Surfer.
That's like you actually. It's actually a skill.
Lockdown
You
taught me
gotta-
that when they clean them trains, they are dirty. Like, they don't clean the trains.
When you
bro.
see
And
when you
people
see a
don't
new
clean
train,
themselves.
when you see a new train, yeah, you see the color because
We'll get there.
When you see a train and a new train and you see the color of the sea.
Oh my God. And you're like, oh, that's
what
what it's
they're meant
supposed
to
to
look
look like.
Wow.
The buses. No, there's so. Have you ever? No, guys, don't do this because you will never get on a train
won't.
again. But go on a train and pat the seat.
I wouldn't be doing that anyway. That's crazy. That's crazy.
My God, I did it on the Central Line one time.
Northern Line.
Those trains have been running since 1982.
Okay, cool.
I don't think I'm exaggerating as well.
Dirty things.
Disgusting.
Why do you think they put patterns all over it so you can't?
So you can't
put all
collect the dirt.
Do you know
Yeah,
what?
that's like that's why like when you go to the pub and they've got patterned carpet.
On the floor, yeah. You can't
Oh my
really
gosh,
tell that
you're
it's that dirty.
fair. Yeah.
But there's bare beer. There's.
Oh
I can't
my
lie, I love the smell of a pub, you know.
I do.
I can't
smell
lie.
good.
I love a pub. I love a pub.
You know those not a Prince
Vintage.
of Peckham pub, like the
Proper geezer.
Oh yeah.
Fags. I mean cigarettes.
Yeah.
Pints.
The lot.
I love it.
Gossip.
I love it.
Darts,
I
banter.
love it. I love it. I love
Fart
it.
wind from the pool, playing guys
I
playing
love
pool.
it.
Alright, man.
I
That's a
bloody love
fart
it.
You're
£10
not serious.
picture
£10 picture.
Listen.
of like a cocktail picture.
Picture.
Yeah. You put the picture in it.
Picture,
What
yeah.
what?
Picture.
I was gonna say like a Nigerian wedding, like when they take your picture. Like, them things are
And
expensive.
then they
though.
print it out.
Yeah.
Hey, they're expensive, you know. It costs like
They
30,
are.
40 pounds.
£30.
What?
Is it for the camera?
For the
That was crazy, innit?
Is this 1970 something?
even in 1970s,
But wait, what are you gonna say for the picture?
for the picture in the frame.
I can just punch your head.
I've never been charged that much for
Taxes.
those.
Oh, wow, lucky for you,
We'll be
pretty
like-
privilege.
£5, £10.
£5?
Yeah.
No, we paid 30.
15 max.
Paid
£30
20,
is
30.
crazy.
Do you know another thing about Nigerian wedding?
What?
Why is the gele woman tell it was like £5?
It was always a £5.
It was always a £5. Anyone said doing more, you better.
It's more now.
How much is it?
How much is it?
£10, £15.
Inflation, though. You have to allow it.
I'm a balloon inflation.
Wow.
Inflation.
£10, £15 is
That's
crazy.
why now when I take off my gele like this,
You better.
I'm gonna put it to the side, and then when I want to wear it again, bam, like that. Bye.
And honestly, I'm so sorry. On the subject of geles, geles.
You know we're getting to my wedding.
Yeah.
Those I see girls complaining that they can't wear gele for too long because it's so tight. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I get gele done, I do this and tell them do it around. By the time I take it off, it's so comfortable.
Oh, you put your hand there?
Yeah, I put my hand there.
Is that why girls put their hand there?
Yeah, or you can even just loosen it a little,
bet- I bet-
and
that
a
one
little
I'm scared
thingy.
before the whole thing
Okay,
just
so
I
you
know.
not going to take us for that, you know.
I hear that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, there is nothing. I might catch some heat for this. I get that wig off and fucking put a gele on your head when you're wearing native. I'm so sorry. It doesn't complete the look. It's weird to me. Like it looks so much. We look so
Like,
real.
it completes the look. Wait.
It's
I'm
so
even-
pretty.
I'm a
Beautiful
gele purist where I don't even want to see baby hair or anything, but I'm
I'm not
allow
gonna
it.
lie. I'm gonna do the small baby
I'm
hairs.
gonna allow it. I'm a purist,
You're like
but
me
I'm
though.
allow it. Do you get it?
I think we're in the
I'm
similar.
gonna allow it.
Yeah.
But when I see, no, I'm not wearing gele. I'm gonna have this front.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I can
Gele,
just rip it from your head.
Yeah, nah.
Not gonna
Gele,
wear
it
gele. You
completes
have
the
to wear.
look.
You have
It's
to.
beautiful.
You have
It's
to.
better with gele, so I don't know why
Yeah.
you
Better all the time.
It's sexy.
I'll be real
And when do you
native
wear
trad.
with gele? Hello.
What's it?
When do you wear gele? Like
Where else-
literally.
where else would you
What
wear it?
opportunity
Yeah.
do you get? Literally.
Just wedding and maybe your mum's birthday
Yeah.
or maybe a 50th or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
But I love
Now,
trad.
Yoruba geles, by the way, and
What other gele is there?
Don't mind them because they want to be us so bad.
There's other people that wear gele as part of their thing, but the way they wear it, oh my Dabi Lee, oh my like
It's
way,
just.
Okay,
like
just flying,
it's
isn't it?
big. Or
What's your favorite gele style? Because I can't lie.
do you know what? Yeah, I love the round crown like this, but I've started to see this Minnie Mouse one that I'm actually excited to try. It's so cute.
Minnie Mouse one.
It's like
seen this one.
it's so cute. It's like it's adorable. I think it's so cute.
I like mine big. Like I don't
When you
like
say
the
big,
small. You know,
like-
the people
like
be making
the-
it really small.
Yeah. No, I don't
Oh, you
like
like
it
it
too
like
small.
fan of that.
Out here.
Yeah. I like.
Okay.
I need the world to know I'm coming. Actually.
Oh yeah, hundreds.
I need everybody to see me coming in.
Listen,
Yeah, I
I
can't
don't
lie.
play about gele. That's
Listen.
how I run men as well. Like that's like part
do
of
you
my
mean run?
standards.
What do
Sorry.
you mean?
Whenever I say, they'll be like, why do you want a guy that's this tall? You're only 5'1". I have to think. In my tallest heels, 6 inches, so that makes me 5'7". My gele adds 4 inches. Let's say
So 6'1".
minimum, because I can't go to a party and I'm taller than you because I'm in gele. I don't like it.
Gele and heels.
Gele and heels.
Do you know what?
Do you know
Fairs,
what,
when you put it like
And
that.
you're Yoruba as well, so you have to think about this thing. I can't like that's decent reasoning though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When you put it like that, fair
Do
enough.
you know what it is? Normally I'm against slander against my short kings, but
Sure.
that's actually
Yeah.
quite fair.
I'm too
Because-
childish for a short nigga. I can't lie.
Do you know what?
You making fun of him, innit?
Just say that again.
I'm too childish.
I like. Do you know what I love? I love when people can take
Jeez.
accountability. Okay then. I love when people can take accountability
Sounds is crazy.
for their things. Like you just own it. Like
It's a girl takeover.
Anyway, now we can talk girly stuff. So, hola. I don't even know what I want to ask you.
No, don't call me Ola. Call me what you were going to call me.
Olami.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that can call her that, guy. So don't see this and think like...
Don't beg it.
Don't beg it. Don't beg it. So, Lami, do you know what I love about you? Your voice. You can tell... Remember I told you the first time I met you, I was like, I can tell you're a singer because you sing when you talk. You sing. You don't talk, you sing.
Thank you.
No, it's so like melodic.
That's so cute.
Can send somebody to sleep.
Oh, okay. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go on.
No, this is how I'm going to sing to my child. Look, watch. Go to sleep. Mommy wants to sleep. So go to sleep. To sleep. Sleep. Yeah.
Girl.
I'm gonna have like a mic and like lights
by their bed. And
yeah,
I hear that stuff.
Oh my days, I'm literally going to have a karaoke, like, you know, like how people want like bars and that in the house. I want like a karaoke bar in
I
my
actually
house.
hear that. If I could sing,
basement,
nobody would hear a word again. I promise you.
I love it. I
can imagine. You don't understand. I'm so jealous because I'll be singing in the shower and I'm just like, if I could actually sing, this would slap. Like, I sing so much, and I'm actually sorry for everybody that has to listen to it because I'd be abusing their ears. It's not even funny. I'd be abusing people's ears. But if I could sing, like, that's one talent. I used to be like, God, why didn't you give me voice?
But do you know what is hell about it though as well? It's because obviously the industry is so hard. Sometimes, not sometimes, but sometimes I do wonder, like, if I couldn't sing, I didn't have the passion for it, life would be a little bit easier. In the sense that, obviously, like, I used to be a teacher. It's very clear how to get in there, how to work your way up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I wasn't satisfied. And now my heart sings for an industry or a life path that is so
difficult because it's like even once you're in, it's still like it's so dark. That industry is so dark.
It's scary. You've got to stay prayed up. You've got to ensure that you've got fantastic friends around you, because if you don't do it, like, I know, like, it's a thing, but there's a reason why so many artists are depressed and are like struggling with life. Like, it's a thing. Because it's hard sometimes to create art in a world that's so like difficult.
And it must be so like going from creating out of passion and joy to, okay, we need 5 songs by the end of the month. Like, I'm not a robot, actually.
You're not.
Do you songwrite as well?
Yeah, that's my favourite. Oh my gosh, I've got like my notes and my
I love that.
Voice memos are just full of it, and it's actually scary. I'm always like, if I lost my phone, I'll be finished.
You better back it up.
Oh no, I back that shit.
Okay, good, because
I'm backing it up.
Hey, it's a Christian podcast.
I'm trying. I'm backing it up.
How old were you deep you can sing?
My first memory of singing would be year 2. No, well, my first like start that again. My first major memory of singing, performing is in year 2. I remember Miss Whiston, and we were sat on the carpet. It was carpet time, and she was asking, because it was the Christmas concert coming up, who wants to sing in the Christmas concert? There's a solo coming up or something. I don't know how she said it, you know what I mean? I just remember I sang a Destiny's Child song, and I remember like her reaction was really like thingy, but I didn't fully understand it. Then she was like, I need to speak to your parents, and then she gave my parents the number to this performing arts school, but I remember they'd call all the time, but the number just didn't go through. I don't know why. So then I understood that, and then I sang at the carol concert or whatever, the Christmas concert, and I remember I was an angel, so I had got my dad, I don't even know me, little me fashionista, I was like to my dad, like, I was like, Daddy, because my dad used to go Nige all the time, you know the deal, and I was like, Daddy, sew me this thing, and it was like this long dress, like a kaftan like thingy, and then I got some next wings, and then anyway I sang the for solo, and I remember afterwards some parents came up to me and they were crying.
She's like, they were crying?
And they were crying, and they were like, oh, well done. But they were crying. So I started crying, and I went to my teacher, and I was like, I don't know, they keep crying and coming. She's like, no, they're crying because they loved it, because they were moved by it.
Joining in.
I didn't understand. I'm an empathetic babe. I was like, why are we crying? But then she explained it to me, and then that's when I was like, "Raw, like I can do that." So yeah, and I
So
guess
before that, you didn't know that your voice was amazing.
yeah, I just knew. I would just remember I loved performing. I loved performing for my parents. Like I loved the Spice Girls.
So your parents didn't say to you like, your voice is amazing?
They're Nigerian.
Do you know what? Fairs.
What does that mean?
Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna, you know what? Let's
Recorded, actually.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna lie. My parents have been, they're kind of a fluke in terms of the stereotype of Nigerian parents because, for example, for my first music video, they gave me like $1,000 and so that I could like do everything and stuff like that. No, they don't play like. I wanted to quit choir at one point. They said, which choir? They said.
Not the choir you go to.
Your brain.
Not the one in your dream that you saw in the
They
inside.
came to like so many of my performances.
You're gonna make pounds for this family.
Like in year 7, we went to China with the choir. They paid for that. Like my parents have been really supportive when it comes to like my music endeavors and performing endeavors. So I can't even say that. But no, they weren't in the same way. They weren't. They'll be like, oh, you did a good job, but they're not gonna be like, wow, your voice is moving people and it's incredible and stuff like that. So I didn't know until that point that I was like, raw, okay, and stuff. So then since then I've just loved singing. Like that was always my thing. When they'd be like, what are you gonna be when you're older? I'd be like, I'm gonna be a singer. Like right up until I was in like year 11, I think, and then life started dawning on me. And I got involved with an idiot.
It's always that, you know. It's always getting involved with one clown.
No, what year were you in? Sorry.
Year 11.
Year 11?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was that your first relationship?
Yeah.
Proper one?
Yeah. Well, we got together officially like when I was in year 12.
Okay.
September. But yeah, it was just not great.
What secondary school did you go?
Huh?
What secondary school did you go?
St. Angela.
That's an OG
East
school in
side.
East, boy.
So when you say it was not great, what do you mean by that?
He showed me Pepe. So there was
Not
a
the
lot
PTSD kicking in.
Yeah, no, it is. So I always, and it's gonna be quite like shocking to say, but I always said to my friends, or like I had like one close friend at that point, and I used to be like, I wish he beat me instead of what he did to me, because then at least I have proof. Because the psychological torment, torture, the emotional abuse, the mental abuse was, I'm still healing from that. Like I find myself like sometimes in like let's say my most recent relationship, and it'd be like, why do you do that? And I'll relate it back because it was like, it's mad. When I used to behave like that, I got in trouble, let's say. So yeah, he was just really controlling, quite jealous. Like, I remember when just now outside, and I was like, when I used to sing the high note of that song, my ex used to be like, it was him. He used to be like, oh yeah, that's you. So he was just like really insecure. He didn't want me, like, obviously the music industry is full of man. Do you know what I mean? He didn't want me doing that stuff. So I didn't. And I was really hypercritical of myself, so I just stopped putting stuff out and stuff like that. But yeah, I slowly regained my confidence and like self-belief and stuff like that. I wouldn't say that's completely down to him. I think I did take the easy route in the sense that I was like, okay, I'll go uni. I like journalism a little bit. Didn't like journalism. Then I was like, I'll just do teaching. I've got passion for children. But every job that I've done,
it wasn't fulfilling you.
Yeah, I ends up like whether it's a year, 3 years, a month. Yeah, it's just like, this is the thing. Music's the one thing that I haven't actually fully tried to its full potential, but everything else that I've tried to my full potential has banged. Like God's had his hand in it, so why not? That's where I'm kind of at. But you know, you go through those days, like mentee bees are like just coming at me and stuff, but God will make a way, Sha.
Amen.
Yeah, but that's why as well I always told younger girls, I'm like, I know from coming from the elder lot, when we say don't have a boyfriend when you're younger, we sound like Debbie Downers or like whatever, but I'm just saying, the reason why I say it is you don't have an identity. You haven't formulated who you want to be. And if you find yourself in a relationship, what happens for a lot of people is they find their identity in that relationship, and you don't want to break up with them even if they're no good for you, because that's your whole identity. You're like, who am I gonna do? And then if they've messed you up and isolated you from people and stuff like that, it's really hard to come back because you feel so alone. And stuff. But I was blessed to have like my best friend. She's always stuck by me and stuff like that, even when it didn't make sense to her. I've got a few friends that were part of my life in that situation. And yeah, I've done a lot of growing from that. And, I'm not happy I went through it. Absolutely not.
But you learned lessons.
I've learned lessons. I'm very strict. I'm very strict.
Do you know what? It's so mad. I always say, having gone through that, like, it's a crap thing to go through, and it affects you mentally. Like, it affects your whole life going forward. But equally, I'm happy I went through it at the age I did, because imagine going through that at this age now. What will you be?
Oh my gosh! And you know, I was there. I was 16, and then I finally finished it at 24. So that's 8 years on and off. 8 years. That'll take me to my 40s.
You were on and off for 8 years.
Yeah.
Some people meet that person around these ages and marry them and have a family with them.
Yeah. Some people never actually get out.
Some people, it's not till they get to like 60, 70. They're just that they finally are like, what am I doing?
Yeah, because when you're in it, you don't realize how abusive it is.
You don't.
Like, when I tell you, some of the things, I don't want to give it to it's a bit weird. But and it just isolated me from like other people talking bad and stuff. But in my head, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you're this amazing man.
Like your advice is amazing. You're advising me. You want the best for me. It's not till you're fully out and you look back, you're just like, hey.
As in somebody that was angry that my parents bought me a car. I had graduated twice, and it was my 21st birthday present, like, combined. It's like not all of us can have parents that buy us a car.
He hated your guts.
He was your biggest hater.
Like,
he
wanted to be you.
Like, and you know how people used to say that to me, or people used to be like, oh, he's competing with you. I used to be like,
he was jealous of you.
I didn't understand it because that concept was so like crazy to me, but not crazy, but yeah, to me, because I'm just like, what do you mean we're partners? Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, listen.
They'll get attracted to you because your light is shining, and they're like.
No, that was it. I didn't riff with my voice. I was so unconfident to riff. You ask my mate Alex, my other mate Alex, because he used to be like, oh, that's too much. You know that song, the first time ever I saw your face, and the end goes, ends like that with most of the phrases. And I remember I sang it at a talent show, and he was there, and he was like, you did that a bit too much and stuff.
My actual.
So I stopped riffing. So for years, so only in the last 2 years have I started, like, if you listen to some of my music I've put out or some of my performances, 2 years ago I was not thinking. Now it's like, oh, I've gone past that mental block, but I legit couldn't do it. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
is your worst, like, is that your worst experience to date in the dating world, like in the world of men?
I would say, because he did a lot of damage at a time in which I was very vulnerable and I was forming.
These are the kind of guys you need to beat up. We need to beat up. Like, you just call your male friends. I mean, come and beat this guy up, please.
If I had male friends, that's another thing. Like, I didn't have that many male friends that weren't his friends because I couldn't make them.
Your life was just.
We went to the same church, went to the same youth club. We had so many friends in common and stuff like that. So, you know,
damn,
I was in it. You were in it.
Yeah, you were in it.
I'm talking about in it.
But God delivered and stuff like that.
Amen, bro. That's man. I hate things like that, because it's like the man don't think that those kind of men feel so invincible, and it always makes me feel sick.
Do you know why? Especially like, because a lot of the times they're very charming. They've got everyone in the community. Love them. He wanted to be a pastor. He was a nice guy.
Get out of
this
here,
guy
man.
will deliver a message on Sunday and be asking me for nudes and a couple of hours after.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only good thing about these situations like that, is like when you've been under duress for so long, it's like when you're once out of it, when you start dating again, eventually, finally, and it's like you can smell it a mile away. The second you say,
you know when you say that, but now I do, because I think it took me a couple. So obviously we've broken up just before COVID. I've got a year to get back to myself. I'm not really get back to myself. COVID happened, and then like during COVID, I wasn't really chatting to man like that. I wasn't feeling myself and stuff. So last year I was in another relationship with a fella, and he ended up quite similar to the 8-year relationship in the end, just in a different way. And that shocked me because I was like, damn girl, I thought you had healed. I thought you knew how to sweat. I thought you knew how to, even though I did lock things off pretty quickly from when because he refused to celebrate my 30th birthday.
He refused.
Well,
he hated you.
He hated
when you see the first sign, just run.
I'm a romantic. I literally live in a fairy tale, like to the point where I'm like, first date flowers would not be out of the order. I live by that chivalry. Like, I love it. Anyway, so I told him, I was like, I get that you've not been in good relationships and perhaps that you've not had a great example. However, we're both on social media and we both watch Towie. Those men on Towie do like romantic gestures and stuff. Is it everything that I see on TV, on social media that I said,
you asked me what you want changed. I'm not letting you know what I want changed.
Next one, I said, every time I bring up something, I feel like you flip it. And it's like emotionally abusive. Like it makes me feel weird. And that's how my other ex used to make me feel like, and stuff, like to just derail the conversation. He was like, that's because I'm a logical guy though. You know that woman when she's looking at bare equations. That's what I was doing.
You see that there?
What's that?
When men say, I'm logical, yeah, but women think of emotions, women think of logic. Run.
No, but guys, did what I said. I said I feel like you flip it, and now he said I'm logical. In what?
No,
that's like asking what's the square root of Kinnickle, and it gives us like a fraction.
He's talking about bod mass.
Like
no, but it made sense to him in his head. It made sense
to him.
I said I feel like
you flip it. When I come to you with an issue, you flip it and make me the problem.
And then he said
because I'm a logical guy.
Because I'm a logical guy. I said okay. This is my response to it. I'm like, okay, you know that when you make it, your teacher's just doing verbal exam, and it's just like
when the teacher is just super wrong.
Okay, I can't say anything.
When my female friends tell me things like this, and I'm just like, like, why do you date? Not why do you date, but why do so many men hate their women? Like, I don't understand this competition thing.
Jealousy thing.
Yeah, but why are men jealous of women though? I don't get it. We're not even the same.
I just feel as well, a lot of men don't see women as anything other than something that they can attain, as an object, as a thing. So when you now surpass them, they're like, what?
So and once they have you, it's like they need to. You're theirs. They feel like they need to be puppet master. So when I say right leg, you put your. When I say jump, you say how high. Like they don't want you. You go outside and let other people see what I saw in you.
It's not democracy.
It's like the same concept as like jealous friends, where you have friends that are like secretly jealous, secretly.
I understand that one more than your partner. I won't lie.
Because don't you want to be a power couple? Like, don't you want to be like?
In my head, I'm just thinking we could be great, you know. Like we can do the madness.
It's insecurity. They're rid of insecurity.
No, it is. You're right. You're totally right.
It's insecurity.
You're totally right.
It's true story. It's true story.
Totally right.
It's true story. I think we need to.
It's that, because at the end of the day, if you're with someone and you feel like, if you're getting into any relationship you're getting into, at the end of the day, you know, this person this is either going to go well, we're going to get married, or something's going to mess up. And you have to be okay with that. But a lot of people aren't and can't be okay with that. So they'll get into a relationship and then just start trying to suppress the other person. Like, you're going to a party and it's going to be Monday and they're going to see you and you're as beautiful as you are. Stay home. Actually, you're showing shoulder. Cover it. You're
going to a performance and people are going to be like, you're amazing.
God, do you know that you're on stage singing and doing riffs and people, I can see people's eyes glowing. Don't do that one again. After this, I'm going to tell her that. Don't do that again. It's mad.
That's mad still.
It's wicked, man. I can't imagine being like that, because I can't lie. Like, as a human, sometimes you do feel jealous and envious of people and stuff like that. But that's when you check yourself and you're like, what am I envious of? Okay, can I attain it? How can I get there and stuff like that? Rather than I need to bring this person down to make them feel. I don't understand
that's
that.
Crazy, but it's a spirit.
No. It's a spirit. I was actually going to say that it's so mad. It's mad. People are riddled with different spirits. Like, it's crazy.
And social media doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. The amount of visibility and the amount of things you can see in your face, and like you said, you see. Let's go back to the point you made about Towie. Yeah, interesting point. I don't hear where he's coming from, but I hear where he's coming from, because all he heard was, we watch Towie, they do flowers, I want that. So in his head he's putting together, oh, you only want it because they do on Towie. That's how he's reacting.
And it's the logical agenda.
Yeah. Do you get it?
Where's your critical reason?
Okay. You should have just, in my head I would have thought, okay, Okay, I'm
They're
talking
really
about
logical when it comes to dismissing your
But
feelings.
the thing is, I wasn't even
That's the
bringing it
only
up
time
in
they
that
wanna
way.
apply logic.
I even gave him his excuse. I even said, you haven't experienced it. You haven't had a good example. Yet I have, one, expressed what I want, and two, you watch it, so you consume it. So it's not something that's so foreign to you. But he just didn't want to listen. He just didn't want to hear at that point and stuff like that. So it is what it is. You can't look back. The Bible even says you'll be turned into a pillar of salt. Don't look back,
You know,
That's my
baby.
It's my favourite verse.
No,
That's
looking
my
back.
verse.
No, look,
That's my
turning
verse.
back.
Because
Look,
think, every
turning
time,
back.
think about every time you've looked back. Did you not turn into pillow of salt? No.
As
Did
in-
you not? Okay.
I won't lie to you, I feel like I've been preaching certain messages for a very long time. And that's why I'm just like, thank you God every time. Because it's like, bro, I've been telling my friends, all this ex stuff, ex-friends,
It's dead.
ex-partners,
I don't go back.
X factor.
Innit?
It's dead, bro.
It's dead.
That's one thing as well. Yeah, I feel like my friends know. Like I rarely get how's thingy, because they know once I said
It's done.
there's no.
done.
I can be in a drunkest state. I want to. Even yesterday, I was thinking, oh, look, should I turn back?
No.
And then I said,
Yeah.
pride, I said, me.
It feels better to go to bed and wake up feeling like no one can chat to me, bro.
As in, you're crazy or what?
But I was in the garden spraying. Calm. Brother. I'll be real, yeah. When you rate yourself, yeah, certain things just look bare disgusting
yeah.
inside.
That's what it is. Once you rate, you'll think you rate yourself until you actually rate yourself.
Yeah.
And once you actually rate yourself,
You're like,
I thought I rated myself last year.
because even
Me
things
too.
like things like you'll get messages from people and you'll reply. When you reply, you don't rate yourself.
no.
When you rate yourself, you'll get the message. You'll see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. When I've been saying it, it's like
Okay.
I'm
You're
dramatic.
literally
Bro, the fact that you replied is too much.
It's much. You gave them too much credit.
It's much.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Sorry, man. There's bare things that irritate me, bears, man. This is bare like little.
Some people will try to spin the block or try to Holly, and it's like genuinely, I felt insulted that you thought. Okay.
And that's why when women say like, oh, men don't have like self-control and that, like I'll be real, not many girls can spin the block, bro. I'm so bougie when it comes to certain things, bro. I can't lie, I don't have it. Like certain women can never speak to me
Off
again.
principle alone.
Yeah.
Off principle alone. Forget anything else.
Pure
Off principle alone.
100. Fornication ain't even that enjoyable.
It's not worth it.
Actually not that deep.
It's not that
Promise?
deep. It's not.
It's not that
It's
lit,
not.
especially
It's
when you're
not.
not in love. Please,
It's
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah,
not.
It's just when you're not in love, it's just actions.
It's legit.
It's just a pastime.
I can't lie. Like, obviously, I'm going all along in my journey and I'm figuring that out. But my thing is, I actually can't even think about wanting to sleep with you if I don't have any sort of emotional connection with you. Like, as in, it'll be like Sahara. There's like nothing's no entry point. And like it's thingy. But even then, man, you form an emotional connection and you find out they're a waste, man. So it's a waste of time.
Listen, I want you to know they're a waste, man. It's
dead. It's done. Buried.
deep in that. The guy you are on is a waste, man. Is very.
Do you know how it makes me feel like that you've had me and
No.
you're a waste man? Do you know it? I can just rip off my skin
No, that's
and
what-
scream in the street, because what do you mean that he can now show my photo to someone and be like, yeah.
What do you mean someone he can see you from and be like, oh yeah. But
I will.
that one does me.
Nonsense and rubbish.
That one does me
I
bare.
can't
You
lie.
understand? That one does me
I
bare.
understand.
Because when I look at people from my past,
It's peak.
No, that one does me.
Even with friends, I actually
golly.
know. I only have
Friends is not so bad because it's like you were cool but you became a weirdo, or you are always a weirdo but it's like
The worst is when you know they're not
You
know they're a
knew they were
weirdo,
weirdos.
but like you see the weirdo tendencies,
And
not
you
necessarily
allow
towards
it.
you, but
because it never affected you.
no, not even that it didn't affect you. Sometimes it affects you, but you
sometimes you
just
just
put my
accepting it for
module
who-
kuro. So
sometimes
like
it's-
I see you
I
as
see you
more
For those
than
that don't
that.
understand
And
Yoruba, that
sometimes-
means remove your face.
Sometimes it's even just I see the weird stuff you're doing, but I see beneath the surface. So it's not your fault. It's not even your fault.
It's not your fault. It's not
your
even
fault.
that. It's your. It can even be your fault,
It's
but
not-
there's something redeeming about you, because who
Yeah,
are we in
yeah,
front
yeah.
of God?
Yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no
yeah.
one's
Nothing is not
but,
perfect.
but you know,
It's that-
sometimes that no one's perfect will lead
It will
you to
finish
hell.
you. It will finish you.
Oh,
It will finish you. It will finish you. That's why I
100%.
struggle, with when it comes to people, because I'm just like, I'm the kind of person, I'll see the good in you, and I also like I'm so.
I've been see the good in everything.
I'm a people watcher, so I study people. I'm gonna see the layers and layers and layers. But then it's like, where do you draw the line? Because if I'm seeing backwards behavior here and there, it's like I feel like I'm not in a place to be like, oh no, you're a bad person, go over there. I'm not God. Who am I to judge?
Yeah.
But equally, where do you draw the line? Do you know what I mean?
You draw the line at protecting yourself, because even though like God doesn't want us to judge, he wants us to live good lives.
Yeah, true. Do you know what? True.
And some people are just not for us. It doesn't mean that we have to cast them away and stuff, but
It's
it just
true.
means I'm going to keep you as arm's length. You're not a bad person.
to like bad company can corrupt.
Exactly.
Good habits, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? Fair.
So I see every type of relationship as if like you're in a partnership with that person, and if they're not bringing the best out of you, I know it's not supposed to be transactional, but if they're not bringing the best out of you, you're not bringing the best out of them. If you feel unrested around those people, like there's something dodgy going on. Do you know what I mean? I count a friend as somebody that I can literally just around. I don't have to like watch everything and feel like, oh, my days and if I can't do that, if my spirit's not at rest with you, then thing it. And there's been relationships, friendships where my spirit's not been at rest, but you just hold on to it. And at the end of the day, the things that you like, the red flags that you ignore, are the things that make you cry.
Yeah.
They're the things that are gonna.
And when you're crying, you can't even be too mad because you're like, I saw it though.
It would have hurt less.
Yeah, literally, it's like anything in life. Like when you're spending money you know you shouldn't be spending, and then you're crying 10 weeks later about the money that you didn't have.
I can't relate. I can't lie.
Yeah, like what do you mean?
You know me, my dopamine hits. When I first started teaching and I got big girl paychecks, I used to shop before and I only had like a couple bills, like maybe my insurance, my phone bill, that's it. I wasn't paying rent. My parents nice me for like the first couple of years. I will now finish that money. Maybe there's £50 left. My bills are 200. I'm looking. I don't have money for the rest of the month or the thing. I love spending money, man. I
But you
don't
said
have
you can't
regrets.
relate.
Oh no, I can't relate because you said like you'll cry later. I don't cry later.
Not cry, but you think about it.
Okay, no, okay, yeah, no, you know what? In my real adulthood,
Yeah.
When I was younger, I'll be like this. I don't have money.
Listen,
when you're younger, nothing matters, man.
But when I was 23, like when I was 23, 24.
Phone, like you said, phone bill, insurance.
Listen, if I have £20 for the rest of the month, it's calm. I've got all my.
I'm calm, bro.
I've got all my happy products.
I wasn't even going out all the time. Like there was no day parties like this all the time and stuff like that. So it's true.
But now it's nowadays. If you like,
spend it. You'll be looking.
Money in the last week. It's sad. No. The economy's peaked though. I'll be honest.
So peaked.
Everything costs too much.
Why was it £11 to come here from my end?
As in
the Uber.
From yours?
Yeah.
That's a £6.50 journey.
It's crazy. Uber used to be an app.
Yeah,
it used to be a company.
It used to be a $5.
We used to be a country.
Yeah, we used to be a country.
We used to be a country.
proper country store. I deeped it. When I see like not restaurants, like menus from back in the day, I think, oh yeah, we used to be a nation. We were a nation. You could get like 6 wings and chips for $2.50. We were a nation. We fell off hard.
4 wings and chips for £1.
Yeah.
4 wings and chips.
And boss man would give you extra one.
Crazy.
It's the same chip, same potato, by the way. Same chicken that is
that
not
same
even
£1
GMO
would
chicken.
buy you crisp, drink, and a sweet.
Listen.
50p quiz.
Now I went to the shop today. I saw Kinder Bueno for 85p.
When you go to the shop
it's not
today,
that bad, yeah.
listen, you might as well just go to Sainsbury's or Tesco because
Corner shop is the same price as Tesco.
Yeah.
You'll buy a few items. It's as if you went shopping.
You went
Okay,
shopping,
cool.
bro. £15.
It's ridiculous.
Go
It's
corner shop. You
ridiculous.
can't
It's
spend that
ridiculous.
It's mad still, I'll be honest. This is why I encourage everyone to steal.
Alex.
Sorry, wrong podcast. Sorry.
Wrong podcast for real.
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
Let's play a game, bro.
Let's play a game.
Let's lighten the mood a bit.
Let's lighten the mood. Want me to wrap a bit?
Yeah.
Lighten the mood.
Let's play let's not do thing yet. Let's do the letter one. The last letter.
Okay, cool. What category?
Let her pick.
What?
So
She can
basically-
explain it to you.
So the game is, you have to say, let's say for example we're playing names. The category is female names, women's names. No, that's say that word anymore.
No, not to say female.
I'm actually the general of that, by the way.
Oh, what, say
about
female?
female?
Yeah, I'll be like, what? Female car?
No, same.
Be like, what? Females? What? A female
no,
car?
say that
What?
word. They banned it.
You're bandits though.
I was gonna say, yeah. So let's say it's
Project Woke.
names, no words. Okay, let's say I say Abigail. Then you have to come up with
A word
And
with the
then
last
the
letter.
last letter.
yeah.
Abigail, you good?
Lauren.
No.
Yeah, literally.
I'm
So, but you
sorry.
pick a category.
Ooh, countries.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You start.
Oman.
Nigeria.
A. Algeria.
Albania.
Austria. Oh, this is gonna happen again.
A. Australia. Jeez, here
I
we
know,
go.
here we go again.
Armenia.
But have you realised all of them start with A, end with A? Armenia.
Please.
You said that already. Country. What you say? A. What you say? Armenia. A. Albania.
I already said
Yes, you
that.
said
You
that.
said already.
Yeah.
So you're out technically, but I'll allow you.
That never happens. Don't do that.
Do Azerbaijan, and they'll change it.
Azerbaijan. Thank God. Yeah.
N. Niger.
Oh,
Rwanda.
nice. Hey,
Oh, okay. I'll change it. I'll change it. I'll change it.
No. If you can't get it, he'll just be out.
Anytime today, mate.
Chill. It's not your game.
Bang him.
Hey, Azerbaijan, Albania, Australia,
5.
America.
United States of
So America. Go on.
It's your turn.
Oh, listen.
A again. Gee, Afghanistan.
Oh, wow. Someone went
Nicaragua.
to. So you know about Nicaragua?
Nicaragua. It's Nicaragua.
Guasha. Guatemala.
What is it in the new?
Guatemala.
What is it in the new?
Nicaragua.
A.
A.
Are you sure?
Gua.
Oh yeah, A. Duh.
Are you sure?
Nicaragua.
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 Anyway, Nicaragua. A again. A, bruv.
Okay, I'll change it then.
No. Go on.
Now change it. We've run out of age.
Nepal.
We've done.
We haven't.
We have. We actually have.
We haven't. Because I
Lebanon.
can think of one. But okay. N.
Use it next time.
N.
10, 9.
Are you
Exactly.
mad? No, you don't. Are you silly?
Exactly.
You were actually taking ages. Now I get extra time
No, you
because
don't.
you took time off. It made me talk. N.
Oh, I left my watch on. Wait, are you on N?
Yeah.
Oh, I got bears, man. Come on, man.
Netherlands.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
And you did that thing, innit? S.
Sudan.
Oh, thank God. Oh, bro, I thought you were going to say something. I thought you were going to say something else. N. Sudan. Africa. Oh, Nairobi.
No, that's definitely a city.
Oh, that's a city. I'll be out. What is it?
Namibia.
Oh, cold. Let's do each one first.
What's each one teach one?
So each one teach one is our segment where we read a Bible verse, and you just whatever you take from that Bible
That's
verse.
really thinky.
Yeah. So if
So
you
you
have
got to
one,
give us a Bible verse as well.
yeah, if you have one,
Oh, I've got a couple.
that means something to you, or if you learned something recently, whatever.
Okay, Ecclesiastes 3, 1-8. It's the chapter verse that talks about everything has a time. There's a time for sowing, there's a time for reaping, there's a time for sorrow, there's a time for joy, things like that. So everything happens within its time, like in God's allotted time. I'm paraphrasing, please don't shoot me.
You can get the actual verse up.
Let me get it up. So a time for everything, and it says there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace.
Oh, I like that.
I think it just kind of encapsulates the human experience. And it touches on two things where it's like, okay, there's a time for everything has its time, and it will work out accordingly, but it also kind of soothes the anxiety of life, especially at this time that we're in our early 30s or approaching our 30s, and you know, we hear from so many people, this is what your life should look like. We had dreams, and things haven't come out and stuff, so it's a source of comfort for me that God's got us. No matter, like, yeah, he sees it. He's the overseer. You know, like when we plan something, like, I don't know, if we were planning a party and stuff, and people be like, oh, when's the food coming out? I'm getting a bit peckish. When's the food coming out? If the food comes out now, it's not done yet. You can eat it, but it's not done yet. It's not that. It's not been, you know, this last sprinkle hasn't been done.
The garnishing.
Yeah. However, if you wait, now you've got gizdodo with the little leaf on it. Do you know what I mean? That sets it off. Do you get what I mean? Right now, it's just dodo and giza. To combine it. Do you get it? So that's how I love. It's such a beautiful source of comfort for me, because I do get into my head about things. You know, I'm 31 now, and you're supposed to have a man, and you're supposed to have a baby and move out, and you're supposed to be this far along in your career and things like that. So yeah, I really, really, really love that Bible verse chapter.
I like that. I actually really like that verse.
I proper like that verse.
I like that verse.
Yeah. What was it again?
Ecclesiastes 3:1-8.
3:1-8. Cool.
Yeah.
I like that verse.
I like that a lot still.
And do you know, can I tell you a funny story? When I got the tattoo, because I've got it on this wrist.
Oh, really?
I went and got it, and I was in that tattoo. Normally, I'm quite decisive when I go and get a tattoo. I'm very liberal with my tattoos. Like, if I like the way it looks and I've got good placement for it, I'm gonna get it. It's not that deep to me. But I couldn't decide on anything. Like, nothing was speaking to me apart from that. And the funny thing is, it's on my opposite wrist, and this was my first ever tattoo that I got when I was like 15. Before I made the connection, right, before this became one of my favorite verses, I always used to say, I'm never getting rid of this tattoo, because it reminds me that everything has a time. Because had I waited until I was 18, I would have had more opportunities to look at different tattoo artists who would have given me a better job. But this serves as a reminder, like, don't rush.
I hear that.
Chill out. So then the fact that they've both come on, when I was getting it, I feel like it was a few months after I realised the connection between the two tattoos. I was like, oh, that's so cute. I love the way that everything,
cute.
you know, happens.
Everything has its own timing. I like that, because it's true. It's easy to get in your head about where you should be in life, but yeah, literally everything has its own timing, man. When God's ready. When it was that is it Isaiah? It's like, when the time is right, I the Lord will make it happen. Yeah, and it's literally that, because we don't know what we're being protected from. We don't know what if we were given the things we want right now, what we do with them right now. We don't know. If you could have been given all your dreams at 16 and squandered them and done rubbish and be, like we said, a lot of artists are depressed, for example. You don't know. Maybe you needed all the tools that you've collected along the way to be able to deal with it when it comes. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I like it. You got one, Alex? Should I do mine?
Yeah, please.
Okay, you look stressed over there. You good?
Bro, there's bears going on right now, bro.
Okay, mine is, I'm cheating a little bit because I'm basing mine off of what we were just talking about earlier. And mine is very short, and it is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. It is, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. And yeah, because words, it's true. It's not every day. Let me dig deep inside you and see the best. Sometimes you're just bad company and you're gonna corrupt my character. Literally that, man.
And I think it even lends itself to the verse that I just shared. Yeah. Where it says there's a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. There's a time to let go, and there's a time to kind of
there's a time to give up. Because literally, I feel like it's that. I feel like a lot of people, well, let me speak for myself. I definitely have that, like, not wanting to give up on people or things that aren't serving me anymore for the sake of not giving up. Like, but words, sometimes give up, man. It's not every day. You can't save everybody.
As in,
sometimes save yourself.
I heard that story.
You good over there? Yeah.
No, I'm rattled, bro.
What happened?
There's birds going on. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I shouldn't even let it affect me.
What happened again?
It's calm.
it's gonna interest you.
Alright, cool.
Can I even say to that as well? Like, you know, like Jesus and the Pharisees, he could have been chased. He could have spent most of his ministry chasing them about. He gave them the word. He gave them the truth. He showed them love. They didn't want to hear. He let them go. That's not him judging them. Those are just not his people. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes people are not aligned for where you're
100%.
projected to get to.
Even the fact that, so I find this so amusing because God really has a sense of humor. Even the fact that he spoke in parables, he said, those that will hear, the rest of you will get left. It's literally that. It's not everybody that you can save.
You can't save everybody. I've been a victim of I'm trying to stop saying people should. Instead I'm trying to say I have learnt that.
Yeah.
Forget, like, I love everyone, but like this is a personal thing now. Like it's more about building myself. So anyway, to say to your point, I feel like it was a long time. What was the point you made again, sorry?
Which one?
The last one you just said.
The parables.
The last thing you just said before I started talking.
Yeah, I said Jesus spoke in parables because whoever's meant to hear.
Cool, you can't save everybody. Cool.
Oh.
So basically, it's a thing of like, I've been guilty of trying to save everyone and trying to help everyone. These times, you see when you try to save people so much, you forget about yourself.
Yeah.
And then you start to realise, my life's going that way, while this person, I'm happy for this person, I'm grateful that I was a part of their success, but
I need to focus on myself.
I need to focus on me still.
You find that as well as if you're a creative or you're a giver, often I'll never let somebody down, but when it comes to myself, I can let myself down every hour of the day.
We talk about it a lot on this
every hour of the day. I'll say, it's alright. Ask me to just flop somebody, like just meeting up but to show up for myself, it's too easy to let myself down. And what is that?
What is that?
It's crazy.
It's familiarity with self.
How dare we as well?
Yeah.
No, words.
How dare we?
Words.
Like we would hate anyone that treated us that way. And we treat ourselves. And we're best friends with ourselves.
Well, our biggest critiques, like it's crazy.
We're our own biggest haters,
critics.
bro.
Critiques. What's the word? Biggest critics. Critiques. Critics. Let me remix in English.
Critique.
Philippians 2:3. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves. It's very coincidental.
Alex.
No.
After what we just spoke about.
But this is humility. This is humility.
I hear that.
This is not thinking you're better than anyone. We're all human. Like this is just about humility.
I hear you. It's like
I also think it's about service too.
So it is. You bagged it. It is.
Do you know what it is? Because if everybody had that mentality, the world would be spinning peacefully. The issue comes when there's an imbalance.
Yeah.
You can't have 10 givers and 1,000 takers.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's not gonna
work. We do, and that's why we have so many systems of exploitation in our society because we do. It's literally imbalanced like that. But one thing, like shout out St. Angela's, we had this badge on our thing, and it's called Serviam. I believe it's Latin, and it means service to God and service to others. And you know the day that one man that I truly respect, he was the pastor of a church that I used to go to. We used to go to a summer camp. And we used to piss wee in buckets, like
really?
You'd have a toilet seat, but essentially it's a bucket, and we dig a pit, and you had to chuck it. He every morning, the pastor would grab the buckets and clean it out and stuff. He was everywhere. You didn't know where he was in church because he sat amongst the congregation, which was so different to obviously how we've grown up, and pastors are put on a pedestal. And I'm not dogging these other ways that pastors are, treated in other places, but that's when I realized the true love of service. And I realized that we had a servant king. We are following a servant king who humbled, like, imagine being God of the universe. Like,
Jesus was washing feet,
and he's washing your feet.
He's
eating amongst people. He's traveling amongst his
amongst the robbers, the scammers, the sinners,
like a criminal. So we must take pleasure in that service, however it shows up and however it looks. I think that's what we're called to do, and that's how we show the true love of God. It's not us standing on a street corner and screaming and shouting about what the Bible says and stuff like that. We have to be living love letters of Jesus Christ in what we do, and that's
it's meant to radiate through our actions.
Exactly, and that's how people come to know Christ, not through us dogging it down and stuff. And obviously, there's so many times that I've fallen short. I'm not perfect, and I regret so many things that I might have done and stuff. But one thing I do try and model myself on is having that servant attitude, and if God has given me the abilities and like resources to help other people, why bloody not? Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl.
Nah. Talk about timing.
No, but yeah, that is, yeah, I can't lie, you spot on, man. Spot on, bro.
And you know what? I was like, wrap it up, because I know she's holding it.
Yes, I was holding
And
it.
you're holding it a bit, so I can
Fam.
soundbite.
You said it.
Well, yeah, I think
Lord.
that was it, innit?
When you know.
Yeah, it's quick.
The worst of the song.
Can this girl even play, fam?
You need the water?
Why do you drink water, bro?
Lord have mercy.
Better?
Better.
Water fix everything.
Okay, cool.
Alright, cool. Let's quickly play that game. Quickly.
When you know
the words to the song,
sing along. Sing along. You can.
Do it again.
You can.
you can play, you can
be.
You can. I'm
back.
going super old school with this one. You can.
You can buy my skin.
You can buy me.
You can buy me diamonds and planes.
No one's getting it. It was
No, bro.
Alicia Keys' A Woman's Worth. You can buy me diamonds. You can buy me pearls.
I don't even know that song, bro.
Take me on a cruise around.
Why did they love that struggle stuff? Like, why can't we have both? That's why this generation of men come empty-handed. Because
Listen.
Alicia, even J-Lo was saying, "You're gonna be in the skin, and I'm gonna buy. I'm on my own. Even
My love
if you were
costs things,
broke,
though.
my love cost.
My love costs things, though.
Oh,
It counts like mad.
It counts.
It counts like mad.
no.
counts like mad.
You know, my name is Ola. Do you know what that means? That means wealth and prosperity.
Amen.
Alright, give us some.
When you know the words to the song, sing along, sing along.
Yeah, come on, give us more.
What?
Yeah.
My humps. When you know the words to the song, sing along, sing along.
I was trying to think of the first word. I'm just going to start from the chorus.
Come on, man.
Tommy.
Time is of the earth.
Tommy in it.
Terminator.
What?
Wait,
Terminator.
wait.
What are you singing?
Wait.
Terminator.
Alex, that's where you chose this. Wait, like, what?
Anime. Is that Terminator?
Yeah.
Terminator.
But why do you, that's where you start, like, come on.
Does it look like
How does the song actually go?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
Terminator,
What's the chorus? Don't be late. Don't be waiting. So terminate. So you just started from on random. Okay.
Me, I know.
Okay.
You want to start from Yoruba, yeah? I know.
And he started from the beginning of the chorus. You just jumped to like.
Terminator.
That's not how the chorus.
Yes, it does.
Don't be late. Don't keep me waiting. No procrastinating. Terminator. That's like you did like. You literally started like in the middle of the chorus. Are you good?
I know.
Okay, me too. I can do that. When you know
The words to the song.
Are we not done,
Sing
bro?
along.
Sing along. I don't even have one.
Oh, I've got one.
Oi.
Oi, mate. All you do is.
You even tried. What was that?
What was I even doing? Oju.
Zena, what? What?
Oju.
Ojo Elegba.
Wow.
Hey, this girl.
Oju.
You're meant to guess a song?
Yeah.
What song is that?
Ojo Elegba. They know my
No,
story.
Ojo Elegba. Ask my sister.
My music
travel no visa.
Ask my sister.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sing along.
Glory be What'd you say?
Laurie.
Oh, Lorelai.
No.
Come on.
Laurie.
There's no.
Laurie, okay. No.
What's this?
Laurie, okay. Ni betale, Laurie.
So this has been He Says, She Says.
Thank you for coming to another episode of He Says, She Says. We've had a fantastic guest, Ola ZAINAB. Thank you for coming on.
Where can we find you on socials?
Where can we find you on socials,
So when I'm singing a gospel song, you want to end it.
Amen.
But when you are doing your secularization music, there's no problem. You can find me in heaven.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. On the right-hand side of my God.
Amen. Heavy on the right-hand side. Where can we find you on socials?
It's .Ola ZAINAB everywhere.
Okay, it will be on the screen anyway. Do show us where you want it on the screen. And then
That's where I want it. Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna put it there. She's mad special in it. I'll put it there. It's actually gonna go there.
And don't complain when your face is blocked.
Jacob Sparkle.
No, it's not sparkling.
cheesy.
It's going to be our format on your face.
Yeah,
We're not joking. That's what
Ola
it's going.
ZAINAB.
So as you saw, you know where to find her on all socials, right?
Yeah, so that's TikTok, Instagram,
Twitter.
Twitter,
What else is there? That's all.
YouTube,
YouTube,
Twitch.
Have you actually got a Twitch?
No, I don't even know what they do there.
What do they do? Like play games and stream
Live
and stuff.
streaming.
Oh, but yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, make sure you follow, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. It will be here as per. Do it.
Thank you for coming to another week with us.
Alex is a bit rattled, as you can see.
I'm under duress.
Your leg is
every week.
shaking. Oh, thanks for having me.
No,
I
seriously,
really
thanks for
enjoyed it.
coming.
We had such a lovely chat, didn't we?
Yeah,
We
thanks for
spoke
coming.
about so many things. We should even have in the corner put a topic counter as to how many
Do
topics
you know what?
we
No
covered.
That
word.
would
We
be
spoke
funny.
about bare stuff.
That'd be funny
No,
still.
literally.
That'd be funny
Literally.
still. That was good.
Literally.
But now, thanks for coming. You can come on whenever you feel like.
Literally.
Feel
Yeah,
free
around
to
the
come
corner.
on.
Whenever you have time for
Honestly,
us.
whenever you got time for us.
Imagine if your watchers are like, don't have that one on again.
They
Don't
could
want that
never.
one.
They could never.
Yeah.
They could
We
never.
don't miss with guests.
Innit?
We don't miss.
Okay, tell
Amen.
them.
You're our fourth guest.
Oh.
So you're on the first 5. So you're important.
Ooh, not
Let me
top
not say
3
that. Let me cut that
though.
out. Okay.
Not top 3 though. I wasn't
Yeah.
good enough for
Because
top 3 or number 1.
What you say?
I wasn't good enough for top 3 or number 1.
In this life, you can't have everything you think you
Can't
can
have everything.
Yeah.
You can't have it all, do you know what I mean?
But
There's a time for top 3 and there's a
and
time
there's
for
a time for
top
top 5. And there's a time to end the pod. Thank you guys. Love you so much.
See you guys next week.
Missing you already. Bye.
I must confess, your body very offensive. It is got my defense, yo.